Gotcha.
No. Jesus Christ. All right, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Jedi Academy. As usual, I have Padawan Frito and Noah Dell. How are we doing tonight, gentlemen? Sorry, my voice is very bad
It's
right
been a
now.
good weekend so far.
Yes, it has. Just starting our weekend. It is great.
It has been great. Yes. So, guys, as you can tell, we are a little bit late this week on this episode, but we are excited to get into this episode with you guys, or for you guys, this season finale, guys. What the hell did we
Ooh.
think so far?
I mean, from beginning to end, absolutely amazing.
So I love this episode. We got one of the greatest aerial battles I think I've ever seen. Um, it was so freaking cool to see all the Mandalorians and all the Mandalorian troopers, I guess you would call them. I don't know what the hell they are.
Yeah.
Fighting each other in the air, man. That was such a cool scene.
Oh yeah. That whole scene sequence was amazing.
But let's start off in the beginning. So we pick up pretty much right where we left off at. And the Mandalorians are trying to get away. They're trying to regroup, I guess we should say. They're trying to regroup.
Yes.
And they're the one that's going up. I always forget his damn name. Ace, isn't that his name? Ace. He's going up to get the other ones. He lets them know, hey, look, we need some help down below. Crash the ship, or use the ship as a decoy and bring everybody else to the surface.
Yes.
So they start doing that. It looks like he's going to sacrifice himself, and I think we'll get to it when it happens. But it's
yes,
actually
I definitely in that very moment when they started bringing that up, and he was like, "Go, I'll take care of it. I definitely thought there was going to be a sacrificial moment right there.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like they were setting up for. Yeah, for sure.
For sure, and I think they definitely did that on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was obviously later on we'll talk about it, but it was a great outcome instead.
Yeah.
But I mean, just the whole beginning scene, we're starting off on high intensity coming off of the last episode. That ambush definitely did set them back and everything like that. So it's nice to see Mando getting his stuff together at the beginning of this and actually breaking free, getting Grogu together, and all of them meeting up I think they met up in the cavern first, but then the rest of the team went to that Living Springs.
Right. Yes. Right. They went to hide out there as they were waiting on the other ones. Right. Which we find out is some of the original plant stuff from Mandalore, which I really like that they're bringing.
How do we feel about
in.
that, guys? How do we feel like there's actually...
No, what do you think so far about the beginning, man? Where we're at so far?
Sorry about the what? Kind of broke up there.
No, so what do you think so far about the beginning of the episode?
I liked how it picked up from the last episode. For me, it was a great episode, but I was just waiting for it to be epic. But visually, it was stunning. That jetpack scene, I thought it was cool. A little bit later in the show.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I really love what they're doing with this season so far, or with what they did with this season, I should say. It really showed us the Mandalorian side of everything, which I think is what Dave Filoni is going to obviously start leaning into more.
Oh yeah.
I think next season we're going to get back to that sort of mission of the week style episode, which I don't know. I'm not really excited for after what we got this season. Yeah. I'll be honest.
But it'd be building a new dark saber and then going into the lore of it, like that's to me what this whole hype around the dark saber, and then don't explain the significance or the.
I think that they did that for a reason. They will.
Yeah, I think it was going to go back in time,
and probably address that whole situation, or probably Bo-Katan will get her own spin-off show. And we will see a lot of the lore and stuff like that, and that's why
I think the dark saber's gone. I think it's gone.
No, for sure, but also, I mean, unless the Kyber crystal itself was destroyed, you can rebuild that.
I mean, you could rebuild it, yeah, but no, I think what Filoni is saying, or I think what she's saying in that moment is, or not. Obviously, she didn't do it on purpose. It wasn't broken on purpose, but I don't think they're going to rebuild it because I think the mythosaur is going to be the what they're going to surround the myth, because we get that great shot of the eye opening at the end. So
Yeah.
I don't think we need the Darksaber anymore. We're going to go back to the roots of the Mandalorians, which I'm excited for. That's right up my wheelhouse.
Huge dinosaur thing.
Yeah,
Or like a wild
they used to
mythosaur
ride them.
first.
Yeah, the Mandalorians used to tame them and ride them.
Is when they were on that ship flying, I guess, to rescue the other Mandalorians, like the ground ship, and then up and destroyed the like ground flying ship. I thought that was a mythosaur, but it was just some.
Yeah, it was just a random. I don't know what that
Yeah.
thing was.
That thing scared me. I was like, man, it's
But yeah, so they regroup.
wild at first.
Oh yeah. So
I
they
think
regroup
that's cool,
and
though.
oh, go ahead.
No, I was saying I think it was just an amazing shot, and them explaining how things are still living on the surface of Mandalore, and how
Yeah,
even after the glassing and after they thought, even when they lived in Mandalore, because she says, I only saw growth like this inside the bubble, inside the dome. So I think this is really great start to see the regrowth of Mandalore and actually see that it can be cultivated. It can be, something to actually thrive.
I agree 100%, man. Yeah, like I said, I think you're right as far as I definitely think she's
Definitely
getting
be
her own spinoff
interesting.
at this point.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be definitely interesting to see the um for next season or what they decide to do.
Oh, I think we're
Next
going back,
season's going to be,
baby. It's going to be Grogu and Din again.
yeah. Which I don't know if they're, to be honest, if they're setting up in Ahsoka this Rebels crew,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's just going to be,
Yeah, it is till the end of the season. Yeah,
I don't know if it's going to be, Adventure of the Week.
I think so. I really do. I really do because the way they ended it with them being on their own and him basically saying I have to take him out and show him the way and all that. Yeah, it's just going to be them two doing adventures,
again,
getting bounties. Yeah, it's going to be back to season 1.
I think there's going to be more to it, honestly. I think they've invested way too much at this point, and there's going to have to be more to it.
I will say this: if we don't have a Bo-Katan spinoff by then, we'll get one of those episodes like we did this season with the New Republic.
Yeah,
where it's like her episode or whatever. It's like they cut to their story. But
yeah.
as far as them being a part of his story again, no. I think we're done with that. At least till they come back together. When they come back together, yes.
You still think there's a chance for them to get together?
Oh, I mean, it's
Bo-Katan
pretty much.
and Din?
Well, it's not Bo-Katan and Din. It's going to be Bo-Katan, Din, Ahsoka, whole Rebels crew,
No,
Boba Fett. All of them are going to get back together to go after Thrawn. That's going
we
to.
all
That's
thought, or at least you and I thought, that Bo-Katan and Din were going to end up together.
Oh yeah, I did think that. Yeah, no.
So I'm saying, do you think that'll still?
No.
You think that's still a possibility?
Not now. No.
No.
If they ended it that way, where they were setting up, even if they weren't together, but they were ruling together, that would have been, fun. But that's not the way this show's going. It looks like this was another. I hate to say it, but this was season 2 again, where he used it to introduce Ahsoka in season 2, and then gave us the Ahsoka series. This season was Bo-Katan series or season, and this was introducing her and how she fits into the whole story.
So what do we feel? How do we feel about the whole, like, actually them fighting, like them two meeting up with Moff Gideon at first, and Din having that whole fight scene before Bo-Katan gets there?
I don't mind it. My thing is that I feel like he should have fought. I think he should have fought that fight.
Who should?
Or I'm sorry. I think I think that was Bo's fight, not Din's. I'm sorry.
100%. And I think that's why they did that whole switch off.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I would have rather seen him and Grogu get split up earlier from her. But I don't think they did it. I don't think they really did anything wrong with it either. I mean, I still like that he got to fight him. I can't see Moff Gideon being a better fighter than Din or Bo.
This is very true.
That's the only thing. So
I think
even with the suit, I don't think he could beat them.
Yeah, no. How did you feel about that suit that he had?
Yeah, suit was crazy.
Sorry, I think I froze again. I was gonna say, now going off of that, do you think Moff is dead? You don't think? I mean, I could see them bringing him back as another clone if they
destroy. He even said it. They destroyed all his clones.
Yeah,
that they know of. There could be another. He could have had another facility than just.
I mean, he could have, but also like I don't think he would have been as mad at them destroying all those clones that they did.
Right.
Because before they even did that fight, they destroyed what was it, like 10 clones? 8?
Yeah, there was a bunch of them in that room.
I know, but he's a smart guy, and yeah, I'd be pissed off too if they destroyed my cloning facility. But that just doesn't mean that it's the only one.
I don't think, honestly, I don't think because he wasn't even done yet with them.
The way he talked about them too, they were like his babies almost. Okay. It seemed like he was. Yeah, I think he would keep them close.
And I think it'd be a little weird to bring him back with them bringing in Thrawn. Like, I think that'd be a little weird. But
they had to get rid of him. Yeah, Thrawn is the big bad now going forward. That's pretty much been established. I mean, they haven't actually said it, but I mean, everything they're working towards is Thrawn. So it makes the most sense.
Yeah.
I think because from what Filoni or Favreau has said, he has 5 seasons planned out. And then Filoni's doing the movie, which brings them all together.
Is that after the 5th season, or is that somewhere between?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. So okay. I don't know. I think season 4 is going to be them doing their thing again, and then either at the end of season 4 or during season 5, we're going to see them all reunite, and then we'll get the Filoni movie.
I just don't want another 2-year wait between content.
Oh, it's going to be a while.
Yeah, it's going to be a while.
Yeah. Because they're going to have to get Ahsoka out. They're going to have to get Bo-Katan out.
Well, Ahsoka comes out August, right? Uh-huh. Yeah, okay. Yeah, not too far away.
Ahsoka comes out in August.
Yeah, but they're not getting another Mandalorian out by next year. No. There's no way. They haven't even started shooting yet. They're still writing.
We don't.
Or they just
Is there even a script out for it yet?
I think they're writing it now, or they've just finished writing it, something like that. Yeah. Either way, it's in the works for sure. It's definitely happening. So, but that's the thing, man. They just have so much going on. They have so much going on at Lucasfilm.
Yeah.
And when June hits and we get the announcement that I think is going to happen, things are going to get shaken up even more.
What do you think is going to happen?
I mean, the rumor is that after Indy, Kathleen Kennedy walks away.
Sorry, say that again?
That after Indiana Jones comes out, Kathleen Kennedy walks away. That's the rumor.
Why is that rumored?
It's been the rumor for months now.
I'll be one of the people happy to see her go.
Because she's waiting for like that big walk-off home run, and everybody's saying Indy's going to be that.
Do you think Indy's going to be the home run?
I think everybody's saying it's fucking good.
I didn't see.
I mean,
that.
people that have seen it so far, or people like early like reviews of it are good. So, yeah, I mean, it definitely looks like the most Indiana Jones we've got since the third one for sure. It's definitely not Crystal Skull.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I just want a good Indiana Jones film. So, I mean,
yeah, oh yeah, for sure. So let's get back in. So we get that. I know we got totally off there. So we get that. I love this scene because we see Bo with the freaking Darksaber just leading them down the cavern in the air. Dude, it's such a freaking cool scene. And her like swiping at them with the it reminded me of like an anime, like an anime almost scene.
Yes.
Somebody with like a sword just slicing through people in the air. Really love that scene. But we get the beginning of the Din Djarin scene, and then we get a moment where I literally was like on the edge of my seat, like about to cry, because Grogu gets separated from Din, and he has to go against 3
Imperial
Praetorians.
guards,
No,
yeah.
Praetorian guards, not even Imperial guard, Praetorian guards, which are the real fucking deal. So,
Yes.
yeah, I really was really worried for a second, just a second, that they were going to kill Grogu off, and I was like,
I
they
was
cannot do this
scared,
right
but at
now.
the same time, I'm like, they're not gonna kill him off.
Yeah,
But I
that's
was like,
exactly what I thought
They're not
too. My
killing their cash cow.
yeah,
yeah. But I was like, how's he gonna get out of it? And it was cool. He used a little bit of his Jedi stuff that he learned.
I like it. I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love the scene, but there is no fucking way he survives that.
To
There's
me,
no way he survives that. I'm sorry.
yeah. To
There's
me,
no
like
way.
this episode, Dan, we got to see him take some W's. And that's
Yeah.
what I'm here for. Like the whole season to me was just him taking L's, and we got back to him like killing people again and
I don't
showing
think he
why
took an L at
he's
all. When did he take an L this season? I don't think he took an L.
Oh, he's gotten
when
his
he
ass
got
kicked a shit
captured.
ton.
Yeah, he got his like ass kicked. The whole excuse my language.
Last
whole
episode, there was
I
like
don't know, to
6
me-
people on him. What was he supposed to do? He did the
Hey,
best
man.
he
No, not
could.
just last episode. The
Yeah,
entire
just
season.
throughout. Yeah.
Like, come on, man. We all
When?
know that the story of Din is he gets his ass kicked and then still wins.
But he wins.
Yeah, but he still gets. We're still saying he just gets his ass kicked.
Yeah,
But he
taking a
hasn't
lot of
taken an L.
Ls.
He wins. And a L is you lose. He didn't lose. He won.
There's a few moments.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen him take an L. I've seen him get his ass whooped a few times, but I haven't seen him take an L.
When he got captured by that like One Eye, the robot.
When he got
He started
ambushed.
the season with an L.
When he got ambushed.
That's still an
Again,
L.
I'm talking about him like head up with somebody, like straight up heads up. He has not lost a fight. I haven't seen that. Even Boba Fett, he held his own with Boba Fett.
We also didn't see him fight that much this season either.
Because it wasn't his season. This was about the Mandalorians and reclaiming Mandalore. I don't know. This season was the best season to me. It really
100%.
was.
I agree.
This was the best season by far.
I think it was
100%
really
agree with
good,
that.
but I think it could have been a lot better.
I just don't know what they could have changed. That's my thing. I
Yeah,
can't see what they could
I
have
think
changed.
they could have given us more. Just made it, fleshed it out a bunch more. I don't know.
But if okay, but
I just
imagine
want, like,
this.
I don't know.
Sorry,
what,
I didn't mean to digress. I know we're still going through that.
No,
No,
but
it's
here-
fine. I want to know what you
Hear me
think.
out.
I know. We want to know your thoughts.
Hear me
I
out.
just
If
wish
they would
some
have given
episodes
us
were
more
longer.
content, if they would have given us more content, it would have felt more fillerish. We have gotten everything that was in these episodes was everything we needed. There was no real extra fat to them. There was no real extra nothing
I
that
mean,
was really there.
the story with the traitor, the lady the informant from Moff Gideon, that to me was a little bit of a filler episode.
That was not a filler because it was
No
also
way.
leading into the other, and it was telling
It
him.
leads into the
I
last 2
personally
episodes.
was not a fan of that, but
But it
I'll
leads
leave it
into
to
the
you
main
guys.
story, so it's not filler. It leads into the
You have
main
had a
story.
lot of
I
issues
think
with
I
this
think it
season,
could have been
sir.
shorter.
You have had, but short. You shorter in what aspects?
Yeah, I don't know what I don't know what they could have cut. I really don't.
Okay, all right, that's fair.
I want to hear.
I
though.
just don't.
That's what I'm trying to
No,
say.
we want to know though. Yeah, because that's what this is about, man. It's your review.
I
of it.
just think the story could have been told better. To me, like I did not like how it like I know they came out later and said it was focused around the Mandalorians, but I
It's
did
called
not like
the Mandalorian.
which was focused about Den in the beginning.
But Din is not the
That's the thing.
Mandalorian. Din is
yeah,
Din.
he was the Mandalorian.
He is Din. He's not the
Okay.
Mandalorian.
All right, okay.
So they shouldn't tell the story of the Mandalorians just because it's his show. That doesn't make any sense.
I
He's a
thought
Mandalorian.
the Mandalorian was about Den.
The Mandalorian. The whole first season was about him and Grogu and the Mandalorian.
Yeah, this was his show. Yeah, I don't know. To me, he just felt like he took a backseat this season a little bit.
I don't know, man.
I mean, I think it was just. I think there was just a larger story at play here, and it wasn't
Okay.
that his wasn't
I think it was the story that needed to be told.
put to the back seat. It was this season. I think was a setup and a launching point for Ahsoka, for that new show, for
Where?
the
Well, here's my
and, like,
question, though. Here's my question. After the end of last season, where else could this have showed? Where else could this show have gone? Is he supposed to just say, "Oh, I have the dark saber now. Bo-Katan wants the dark saber and needs to lead Mandalore with it"? What is he supposed to do? Just say, "Ah, screw you. I'm just going to ignore you now." He has to go and confront Bo. Bo
Well,
has to confront this.
he's still talking to the armor. I felt like
That's
she
his
could have had
plan.
him. Yeah, no. Well, I felt like she could have had him rebuild everything, and then somehow Bo.
He's
I
not.
felt
He
like
doesn't
he-
want
I felt
that.
I.
and I
That's
think
the
the
whole point of
only
this season. Is he
true
kept
issue
saying,
with
"I
that,
don't want to be the leader."
the
He
only
kept
true
saying
issue
that.
with that also is he's not like, yes, he's a Mandalorian, but he is not from Mandalore.
Yeah. She is an original. She's
Like,
the original priest. She
she
is
is
the
not.
rightful runner of Mandalore. She is the
There's a
rightful
lot of leaders
ruler.
that don't want to lead, but are felt honor and duty bound to lead. That make good leaders. You know.
But see,
I don't
he's
know.
all been about, like, especially since he's met Grogu, it's all been about keeping this
Yeah,
kid safe. Basically,
This is Bo-Katan's like story. This is where it should be right now. She has to get the dark saber. She has to take over Mandalore again. That's what has to happen. Him ruling Mandalore does not make sense without her. It just doesn't. Or he
What
has
I'm
to kill
saying,
her.
I don't think he would have. But I felt like we could have seen him lead. I'm not saying about ruling Mandalore. At some point, them being a conflict and her getting the dark saber back, other than just her getting it back by a technicality. That to me was just
She didn't
yeah.
get it back by technicality. He lost it in battle. She picked it up, and
No, no.
that
In the
was
one episode, he gave it to her because he got captured.
because he lost it in battle, and then she beat his
Oh,
enemy in
that.
battle. That's not
All
a
right.
technicality. That's how the dark saber gets moved from hand to hand. Is battle to battle.
that's how he got it from Moff Gideon.
That's why Darth Maul was able to. He's not a Mandalorian. Darth Maul wasn't a Mandalorian, but he had the dark saber, and they followed him. So it doesn't matter who has it. The dark saber is what matters. That's it.
And now it's no more.
Right, because
That part.
we got the true symbol of Mandalore, which is the mythosaur.
I do wish they would have had that, like, a scene with the mythosaur in it.
No, I'm glad they're holding that.
Yeah.
No, just like a little bit of like, yes, the eye was a nice little touch, but I don't know, maybe a scene with Bo-Katan in it, and then it ends.
I would have
Like-
loved. The only thing I would have loved to see is her come up with it and just eat Moff Gideon. That would have been the greatest ending ever. Like her just come out of nowhere with it and just Moff Gideon is no more.
Yeah.
No, I don't know, man. I understand why you don't like why it didn't hit you is the same way, but when you know, like if you know the story of the Mandalorians, especially Bo-Katan's story and all of that stuff leading up, like Rebels and Clone Wars, everything that's led up to this point, there was nowhere else to go with this story. I mean, nothing else would have actually made sense. That's the problem. They had to tell this story. This had to be told. There was nothing to do but tell this story because we ended where he had the darksaber and she didn't. And that's not how it's supposed to end. It's just not. No matter how much we want Din to have it, he was never going to have the darksaber. I kind of already knew that. I just didn't know how they were going to get it to
especially
her.
just because he never was. It never seemed like he was able to wield it properly.
No, he didn't deserve it. He didn't earn it. She's earned it over years and years of fighting for Mandalore.
Yeah,
She has earned that saber more than anybody. She has earned it.
for sure.
So, yeah, I mean, the only person you could say that's earned it more than her is maybe the armorer. Like, that's probably the only other person I would say that's maybe earned it more than her.
Depending on who the fuck the armorer is.
Yeah, we
Well,
don't
and that's
know who
true
she
too.
is,
That's
yeah.
true too. So, but I mean, I'm just saying, from her point of view, she's been loyal to Mandalore.
That
Like,
was another thing I wanted in
So-
this episode. I wanted one scene where the
Oh.
armorer it was just her and Bo in the living waters, and she takes off the helmet one
Yeah.
time, and
Yeah,
just
it'd be
is
cool.
like, "This is who I am," and it's like someone she recognizes, but like from back in the day almost.
Yep.
But like, I need to know.
I don't think we ever are going to know. I really not at this point now because, like you said, if they didn't do something like that this season, I can't imagine they're going to do it.
Do you think the mythosaur comes into play in season 5, season
Yeah.
4?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why he held it back. That's why they held it back, because that's going to be a huge reveal.
That's their ace. Yeah.
That's their
Yeah,
I
that's
think that might
definitely
even be. They might even save that for the Bo-Katan spinoff. They might not even do that in Mandalorian season 4, because, like I said, I honestly, the way this ended, I don't think there's any way you can really bring Bo-Katan into the next season. I think she's ruling Mandalore, and he's off doing
Like Boba
training
Fett.
Grogu.
Yeah. Yeah.
What we might get, though, like I said, is that last episode, or the one before the last episode, where they sort of kind of reunite after all these adventures they go on. Then instead of them two being alone on Reef Karga's planet, they're back on Mandalore.
Well, I could see one of the ventures taking them to Mandalore, and they have an interaction. And then,
it's possible, yeah,
and then
for
we
sure.
see Mandalore getting rebuilt a little bit or whatever.
I would love that. Yeah, I would definitely love that.
Or they just take all the rebuilding underground because they're like, there's no point because it's just going to get glassed again.
I will just say this: if they don't rebuild Mandalore and do a Bo-Katan spinoff, it's a huge missed opportunity. Huge missed opportunity.
I don't think Filoni or Favreau is going to let that happen.
I hope not, because it's set up so well right now for that to be a spinoff show, man, by itself.
Yeah.
Man, that would be awesome. Man, that would be awesome. That's actually an interesting thought I just had. Could they move forward in time when they finally do her show? Like, maybe she's part of like the big team up movie or whatever, but maybe the show doesn't come out till after that, and we flash forward to Mandalore being rebuilt a little bit.
I think I would prefer that. Have her like in an episode in season 4 of The Mandalorian, and then her show be a spin-off after the movie.
Okay.
That'd be cool.
It's not a bad, it's not a bad thing, a way to do it either. I mean, I really don't know where else to talk about this, because some of the stuff in this episode, man, was just so amazing.
Okay, let's talk about the big moment where Ace.
Is it Axel or Ace?
Ace, yeah, Axe, I don't know.
I'm so mad.
I thought his name was Axe.
Is
it just Axe?
It is.
Okay, Axe.
This is so bad. I feel so stupid because I really can't remember his name ever.
Are we talking about where he dive bombed the ship into the
Dude, and the twist with him going out made so much sense. I'm like, yeah, he has a jetpack. Why would he go down with the ship? It made so much sense after he did it. I was like, oh yeah, that makes total sense.
Starting that scene off, I was like, oh, he's dead. He's gonna die. And then I'm like, wait, no, that.
I half expected him to say the captain always goes down with the ship, and him killing himself. But I'm like, but then we would have been like, dude, the man had a jetpack.
Right. Yeah. No, I do like that little twist that they put in. I think that was a fun little thing they did. So yeah, no, I like that a lot. I really like that.
I wish it would have been like the captain always goes down with the ship, and then it's like, not in this case though, because he had
I don't. Yeah,
that was. It was a nice scene, and I'm definitely glad, especially since Paz died. I'm glad he didn't.
Oh man, yeah.
That was a rough scene.
That was a rough scene last episode.
Yeah, it was. It was very tough.
That's why I wish they would go back and tell Tarviz's story.
Huh?
I wish they would go back and tell Tarviz's story.
How did we feel about the ending where... Well, okay, hold on before we get there.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
So that happens. He crashes the ship down, and now we have Grogu protecting Bo and the man and Din.
It gave me flashbacks to Rebels where Keenan did the same thing.
Kanan.
Kanan did the same thing with the Rebel ship.
Yes.
Yeah, well, Grogu did it in the first season too.
I almost cried. When he was like, the fire was going over. It was such an emotional and beautiful moment.
Yeah, it's whenever they do something like that with the Force, man, it's so cool looking.
Yeah.
They always make it cool as shit looking. I love that.
I wish, I don't know, I hope we get more of those scenes. Like, I think they just need to show how powerful it is. And I don't know, outside of the comics, sorry, not comics, but outside of the like animated stuff, we really get that. Anyways.
No, that's actually a fair point.
For what, Grogu?
No, just
No,
showing
in
how
general.
powerful the Force is.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I
don't
mean-
think we've ever seen the Force, honestly, in my opinion, in live action. I don't think we've ever seen it.
What do you mean?
It's,
I
like
don't
it
think
just
we've
to
ever
me, like
seen what it can do.
yeah, they. I mean, given in episode 3, they showed Yoda like slaying stuff around, but
Not even that, dude. Go back and watch like an episode of Anakin and Ahsoka just destroying battle droids in Clone Wars.
yeah. Or even go a step
We have
farther. Go back,
never seen anything close to what they do in the animated stuff in live
go
action.
back to the
Nothing.
2002 animated clone or Star Wars
Yeah.
show.
Dude, they're literally like jumping off the heads of them and like slicing them up, jumping off the side of cliffs and slicing. Like they do some insane stuff, like
Yeah.
insane acrobatic shit. And then you get Anakin in episode 3 fighting Obi-Wan at Mustafar, which is one of my favorite live action lightsaber scenes.
yes.
But other
Yeah.
than a couple minutes in that scene, it's pretty basic.
My
Yeah.
favorite lightsaber scene of all time is Darth Maul Obi-Wan.
It's one of the best
But
scenes
but
ever,
even
yeah.
then, the Force isn't being used a whole lot.
But yeah, again, like if that was an animated, they would have been jumping all over the place. It would have looked like what Yoda looked like in. That's about as close as we've got to the Force in live action, in my
I mean,
opinion.
and then you
Yoda
had the
fight.
I mean, I guess we can't complain. We did get Force lightning, so that was cool.
Yeah. Oh, again, look, I don't. It's not that I hate the stuff they've done in live action.
I don't either.
I just don't think they've shown
What
the acrobatic side of it.
Yeah,
Yes, the way they
yeah.
have in
Gotcha.
animated. I agree with you on
Yeah.
that. I do agree with you there.
So
For sure.
we get them being saved. Moff
Yeah.
Gideon gets burned away.
Mhm.
Then it
Time.
pans off up to I think what? They're in the are they in the live springs after that or the waters after that?
Yes, it does pan. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it cuts right to them
It cuts right to them,
under the water or
and
under the
Paz
yeah.
Vizsla's son is actually getting and taking the creed.
The official creed this time, because this is the second time he's taken it. The first time he became a youngling
Yes.
or a foundling. This he's actually becoming a Mandalorian.
Yes, and he's continuing the Vizsla name and
Yes.
continuing on. And then we have Grogu being not only taking the creed, but also being adopted by Din
That was cool.
and becoming Din Grogu. I think that was a beautiful moment.
I felt that was a good nod. Yeah.
I think it was very heartwarming as well. Like it was
Yes.
such a great moment. And so now he's a foundling, yes?
But also,
No, he's officially a
apprentice.
Mandalorian.
Yeah.
He's officially a Mandalorian.
Well, he's his apprentice now. He's his
Okay.
son, and he's his son and apprentice now. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, technically, he's still a foundling. Well, no, he's not. No, technically, now he's an apprentice. He's a Mandalorian.
I mean,
But he hasn't taken the creed, the official creed yet.
Because he
won't do
can't
that.
speak.
Right. Yeah.
he won't be able to do that until he can talk.
Right. Yeah.
I think Grogu's going to be around for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
And we are definitely getting baby Grogu, Mandalorian with all the gear.
Yeah.
With all the gear.
And I think eventually we'll see him speak at some point, but they're
Oh,
going to
for
save
sure.
that for a while because that's going to be a huge moment when he does.
I mean, there's only other one.
I think we'll
option they could
potentially
do.
get, before we get anything live action adult, I think we'll get an animated version of him adult.
I hope so. That'd be cool. I'd be okay with that.
Here's something to think about too. So between last season and this season, there was 2 years.
Yeah.
What if we don't actually see them do their adventures?
So you're saying because of the wait we have to wait for the next season to come out, they use that to time jump like forward?
Yeah. And
But where would they pick it up at though? Where would they pick season 4 up?
Them going back to Mandalore.
Yeah, or they time jump and now Grogu's like he has more armor and he can speak a little. That'd be cool, you know?
That would be nice.
That's the only thing though with that is how much longer do we have till Grogu speaks? Because if it's 20 or 30 years, Din's not going to be around.
No.
He would, but he'd be an old man.
He'd be super old. So I don't know if we're going to see Grogu talk until after Din's gone.
That's sad.
I feel like they would have. I feel like they would just because he's his dad.
Well,
I
like,
don't know, but that's the thing is like how long until like how many years until he actually will be able to speak?
because look, so Yoda died at 800. Okay, so let's say 800 is like 80. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know. So like technically, he would be like 5 years old right now. So he should be talking by now.
Yeah.
So, but he's not. So what is the actual like
reason behind it?
Well, what is their actual like? Is 800 like to them? Is that like 150? You know what I mean? Like, what is the actual timeline of their species? You know what I mean? I mean, we know they're old, but how fast do they mature?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, maybe they could take them 200 years to actually mature, and then they age really quickly after that. Relative to them, their species. Who knows? So I don't. That's the other thing. We don't actually know anything about this species.
Because I could see them finishing out this whole arc they're doing. Let this die for a little bit, and then they could revamp Star Wars by making the new Star Wars about Grogu.
He'll be in it. He'll be in it, but it's not going to be. He's not going to be the focus.
They could.
No, they've already said they're bringing Rey back. It's going to be about.
No, what I'm saying after that dies down. What I'm saying is like because
But if he's around, you would bring him in.
I think you would bring him in, but because it's just a single film with her in it, right?
No, it's a trilogy.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just one film.
That's what I'm saying. There's no way he's not going to be in it. There's no way in hell, unless they kill him off, which I can't imagine them doing that. He's going to be in it.
Yeah.
But again, this is the Ahsoka paradox for me, because now we have a character that we know was alive and is old, can be old as shit, but 30 years later, he's not involved in any of it. Where was he at? Where was he at? Especially considering he's there for the cloning process that led to Palpatine, because they just killed Moff Gideon's clones. He saw that part of it, so he knows about the cloning process. He would probably more than likely know that Luke came back at some point.
Yeah.
So where the hell was he? Where's he hiding at during 789? Why isn't he a part of 789? Oh, that's right, because he wasn't created yet. But they're going to shoehorn him in somehow, and that's what's going to make me mad. It's the same thing they did with Ahsoka, even though I love Ahsoka so goddamn much. She's one of my favorite characters.
Don. Once Kathleen Kennedy goes away, we'll all be happy.
No, it's not okay, because we will never, ever, ever, ever get Luke and Ahsoka walking into the throne room with Palpatine and Vader sitting there.
Don, it's okay.
We will never, ever get that scene, which we need now.
It's okay, Don. It's okay, Don.
I'm so mad. So mad about it.
It's okay. Guys. So, final thoughts on this episode.
So bad.
It was great to me. I just wish it was a little longer.
Like I will agree with that.
I wish it was hour and a half or 2 hours.
Oh no! Oh no!
Okay, fine.
I can't say that.
We could have gotten 10
That's a movie.
Minutes.
I don't want an extra movie. I don't want a movie.
Saying it's the finale, and we're going to be waiting another 2 years. So why not give us fans a little more? That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, but then you could say that about every single show.
I know. Yeah. Which it was short. What I'm saying is because
season finale should be a movie.
You could, because the show times are.
It's a show. You got to have it. No, Stranger Things got away with it. Nobody else can get away with that. I'm sorry. Okay. Nobody else can do that. I mean,
but weren't the Andor episodes pretty long too?
So. Yeah, but they were consistent. They were all still 45 to 50 minutes long.
Okay.
I will say I wish there was an actual time frame to each one of these episodes, because it did seem like one was 32 minutes, one was 45, one was 53.
But you got to shave off like 5 minutes for the credits.
Yeah. Which is weird. That's a long ass
fucking
they have some long ass fucking credits.
Yeah.
But overall,
I don't know.
I think this was a great episode. I think it was an amazing tie to the season.
I think it was a good way to wrap it up. I think it was a good way to wrap it up. In IG-11, man, we're just gonna skip over him.
Yes.
They brought him back at the end.
IG-11 coming back as the sheriff of these parts.
Yeah.
See, I didn't think they were going to do that. So to me, I'm like, man, this is cool because I thought they were just going to let Grogu. See, I thought that was going to be a huge merchandise thing for him just being his. I know we got 2 episodes, but I thought we were just going to leave him in that for a while. You know?
I'm glad they didn't because
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan of him in that suit at all.
I liked it. I thought it was cool.
I thought it was fun. I had no
Yeah.
problem
I mean, it
with
was fun, but like it was
No.
also pretty like
No.
constricting and
No.
stupid.
it. Yeah, that was the best.
Like, you know what I mean? Like it was just like, I don't know.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
Yeah,
digress.
I know what you're
Oh, no,
saying. As
you're
far
good.
he couldn't use the force. Yeah.
Like he didn't really do anything with it but walk and say no and yes. Like,
But he was cute while doing it.
But see,
fuck the
that's-
cuteness.
Oh, come on. I love the cuteness. I love
Yes.
the cuteness.
And my favorite was when they were doing like chastity steps at it. He's like, stop it.
Woohoo. 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 Oh, dude, if I had a baby Grogu, oh my God, he would be doing force shit all the time.
All right, Dom, what do you think?
Yeah.
Favorite season.
Okay.
6 great episodes. 2 good episodes, I would say, overall.
I'd agree.
And I think the strongest story they've told so far, except, I think it's the strongest story. I actually do. I love the Mandalorian stuff. I love that we finally get Bo-Katan back as the leader. I'm glad that she reunited the Mandalorians finally again. That was one of the best parts of this season. She reunited them. It's almost like the Planet of the Apes, Caesar moments where he's like, apes strong together, and the Mandalorians are stronger together. I love that. Just all this stuff. Again, I'm probably a little more biased because I love the Mandalorian culture so much, but yeah, I mean, there were things that I didn't get in this season that I expected to get, but everything I got, I'm happy with. So there's really nothing for me to complain about in this season.
I agree.
I would give this season overall, I think, it's hard to say. I think 9.5. I think that's where I would finally land at.
I think I'm at a 9 for the whole overall season.
It landed hard for me, man. It landed really well.
No, how about you for overall season?
8.5, 9, I think. Just because I just wanted more. I wanted more. I wanted more after waiting 2 years.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I don't agree with you on that. I always want more, but I don't know. I mean, I do think this episode in particular could have been a little longer, but I don't think it should have been a movie longer. I think we could have got a little more at the end. I think maybe another 10 minutes at the end with wrapping everything up would have probably felt better. But yeah, again, I got everything I wanted out of this season. I'm pretty happy. So.
Well, I mean, I think this was another successful episode of the Jedi Academy, boys.
Yes, I think so. Guys, please like and subscribe to the channel. We are still trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so please hit that like and subscribe button. It's a button. Guys, look, it's a button. I say this every time, but it's a button.
Click.
If you can't hit the button,
How'd you get here? How'd you get here?
Go be in the Sith. This is the Jedi Academy. If you don't want to be a part of the crew, I don't know what to tell you. Guys, till next time. We will see you guys next time. For Padawan Frito, Noah Dell, I am Jedi Master Tuck. Bye-bye.
Have a good night. May the Force be with you.
The Schwabs.